What's up, YouTube? What's going on? It's Ethan here. Just a little new project that I'm about to start working on here in another month or two. Been in the planning stages of it for a while, so I want to go ahead and let you guys know what's going on so you can be on the lookout for it. Anyway, what we got going on is a little Grom build project. You know, I'm a truck driver, for those of you who didn't know, but you know, I'm looking to put, you know, an added mode of transportation in my truck. You know, I'm driving on the road all the time, needed something light, and I know a lot of you gonna say, you know, Grom ain't fast. We gonna make it fast, and you're about to see how. Give me just a second, and I'm gonna show you how. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're gonna be making this Grom a lot faster, stock, you know, based on how heavy you are, how much of a wind sail you are, any fairings that you might put on or delete. All these things determine how much your top speed is gonna be. And because of that, the fact that it only comes stock with a 125cc motor, it causes us to have to do things when we want to take them on the highway, if you want to make it a daily driver, anything like that. Plus, some of us just don't like slow shit. So, here's one of the items that's going to be going on the bike, and I'm going to go through the entire build list as it stands right now. Keep in mind, though, that some of these items may be removed, others may be added, because like I said, we're in the final stages of planning right now, but I'm not completely done with the planning right now. So here's the start. We got the turbo kit going on. This is supposed to add roughly 15 to 20% more horsepower, and we're talking about an engine that comes stock at 8. Yeah, 8. This is one of the items that may be deleted. The intake from Grom Motorsports. I like it, but as of right now, I don't see how it's going to work with the turbo kit. That's just the coupler that I'm going to use to couple. Hang on, let me skip past this one and go to the filter. Here we go. To couple with this filter here. Now, this filter would only really work if I do the intake from Grom Motorsports. But being that I'm putting on the turbo, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up having to go with like a K&N filter or something like that. Now, the exhaust, and the reason why I went right past that, that's getting changed. I just recently learned that I can actually use this turbo with the big bore kit that I'm putting on here, which we'll get to in just a second. In fact, let me go ahead and show you guys that. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, so that price on there is with a few different options. It didn't come with a forged crank. I'm buying that separate, which we'll also get to. Most of the work, by the way, I will be doing myself. I don't know yet if I'm going to do it as a how-to, because like I said, I'm still new at this. I may just show, you know, progress updates. But we got the 181 4-valve superhead. This one is CNC machine. It's already poured and polished for you. You pay for quality, though. You know, yeah, I know it's almost as much as the bike is. That's not a big concern for me. I'm more concerned about, you know, being able to get out of the way if I need to, and that's one of the things that's going to help. The other thing is in conjunction with that turbo. We got the Katako clutch cover, so we can delete the oil spinner on there. That also allows me to run an oil cooler, and we'll see if I can even fit it once I have the turbo on there. We got some pieces for aesthetics. We got some pieces for safety, frame sliders. This will be a carbon build, so doing carbon rims, carbon fairings, pretty much anything on that bike that's plastic will be changed over. We're also doing ceramic bearings. This is one of the pieces that's being added in. This is not an original piece that's on the Grom, but because I'm doing a fender delete, you know, a tail tighty, I wanted to add a little bit more splash protection, so we're doing that in carbon as well. Front fender, we already showed the rear fender. There's the forged crankshaft. it's another 438. This thing's gonna hurt. I am upgrading it to a 5-speed transmission instead of the stock 4-speed. Still trying to decide if I want to do GP shift or not, though. It's a different set of frame sliders for different area on the bike. I think that other one was axles that I showed earlier. There's the kit for the fairings. That also comes with the light, but I will not be using the tail tidy kit that comes from this particular company. I actually like the one from TST Industries better. We have the carbon fiber wheels. Those are going to hurt, and those will be coming with ceramic bearings. Different gauge clusters so that I don't have, a very busy dash. I don't like the idea of having several separate gauges when I can all have them housed in one unit. That plus I like the styling of this one better. New tires, because the stock tires are definitely not the best in the world. And want to protect my investment, so we're doing the GPS tracking system. The stiffer springs are so I can rev higher. Let's see what else we got here. Recalibration for the speedometer is almost absolutely necessary, just so I'm safe and legal when I want to be legal. The alarm system, once again, I don't want anybody walking off my bike, but the two different systems, they operate independently of each other, and they have different functions from what I could tell. Inspection plugs, those are just for aesthetics. The bike already comes with them. They blend in too much for me. Let's see, we got caps and oil fill plugs. These are all aesthetic parts. They don't have to be replaced, and so they'll be like the last things that I do. The rear sets, however, will be replaced shortly after I finish up with the engine work. I'll do the engine work first. Anything that involves a case splitting, I'm letting the Honda dealership do that, probably while I'm in Dallas. If not Dallas, I'll do that in Nashville. I don't know. But I just don't have that much experience with it. So case splitting is something that I really don't want to do. That can cause some major problems if I mess that up. Different chain, O-ring chain, much better quality. Grom sprocket nuts. We got a steering damper. Just tank slappers are a motherfucker. New battery is going to subtract some of the weight, and with a bike that is going to be making, I don't know if I can get it to 30. I'm going to try for 30, 35. I don't want to put too much boost through it and mess up my entire engine, but we'll figure it out as we go along. As I've been planning this thing for the actual Grom build's been in the works for about 6 months now. Just doing all my research. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a mechanic. I said I'm a truck driver. So pretty much I've been learning off of YouTube. So big shout out to, Jared Campese, Rear Beer's Garage, Cars and Cameras, Bill Break Repeat. All those guys, they got me started, because originally this was going to be a pedal bike. A motorized bicycle, and from there it was going to be a Trailmaster, and I just figured for ease of making it road legal, let me just go ahead and use a platform that's already road legal. Plus I already knew that, if I was going to a Trailmaster or a Grom or any of the Grom clones, that it would end up being a lot stronger for how much power I was going to put through it. I really don't trust putting 20 plus horsepower through a bike that's not really made for it. Definitely going to be changing up the suspension, front and rear, going to Olin springs. The clear the clear cam cover is purely aesthetic. Well, not completely. You can still check the status of your machinery there. The chain adjusters are definitely going to need to be replaced. Those things tend to be kind of weak. And there's the other springs. Those are for the front. And of course, the DynoJet quick shifter, that is up only, not down. The POD 300 to pair up with the Power Commander 5 and the wideband 2 that'll be going on there, shift shaft support and engine brace support, or engine support brace, to help handle all the extra vibrations from the faster speeds. And that is the end of the build list. Now, total build price on this is looking at being close to oh God, I don't even want to say it's going to be close to about $20,000. So like I said, it is not going to be anything that's fast. I am not sponsored at all. So, you know, I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with it. Possibly even do some how-to videos if I feel confident enough in my abilities. I just, you know, I don't want to mislead anybody. But that's it for now. Stay tuned.